Shane Holt, and I have a tribal cross on my right arm. I have the Pussifer logo on my upper arm on my left arm, and I have symbols for art and music both on my wrist. I have a perfect circle logo on my left calf, and I have the tool star, and I also have the 5-finger death punch logo on my left calf. Pretty much the reason for me getting it was because the stylization of the cross pretty much described me, because the way of the edges are describes of the personality of the music I listen to, and it's just a really rough, edgy tattoo that I enjoy.
I'm Cynthia Haggard. I have stars and like design on my hip. I have a peace sign, a heart sign, and a camera on my wrist. And I have, but the greatest of these is love on my right forearm. And the second one I actually have with my friend Heidi, and our tattoo is a peace sign, a heart sign, and a camera for peace, love, and photography. And so we kind of just designed it together and went and got it together.
My name's Jessica Williams. The one on my arm is fangish, lipish with wings. And the one on my leg is a memorial piece for my best friend. The one on my leg is a memorial piece for one of my best friends who died in a train wreck. And what I did was made a collage of the things of him, like a doodle I made of him in middle school, and then like the red ribbon that they had at his funeral. And so I decided to get it for him.
Basically everything fun in Massachusetts is illegal. You can't get a gun there, you can't get a slingshot. The sparklers that you get when you know, on the 4th of July, you can't have those there. You can't have anything there, nothing. And so for a long time, tattoos were illegal too. It could have been for something like a hepatitis spread, I don't know, I didn't live there for that long. I moved there in 1994, and by the time I got there, tattoos were illegal. If you wanted a tattoo, you had to have a car, because you had to drive north to New Hampshire, you had to drive south to Rhode Island. Or the third option was you could get some guy who had a tattoo kit, and you could get him to come over to your house and have a tattoo party, which is sort of like a Tupperware party, but with like a bunch of stupid drunk people. So we would call up all of our friends, and we would get a bunch of people together and have them over, and what would happen is the same with Tupperware. You would get a certain amount of tattoos, the guy would get a certain amount of money, you would get a free tattoo. So it was pretty popular and everybody had them.
Once you get into this kind of a business, you start learning from everybody else. And like, you can look on the internet and stuff now, people now tattooing are 1,000 times better than anybody 50 years ago. Well, hell, anybody 20 years ago. I mean, it's a business where you're constantly learning, and that's what kind of drew me to it. To me, it's a thought process. You're always thinking, you're always learning something new. When you stop learning, you might as well stop. Because once you think you're at your full capacity of learning, you're not going to get anywhere from there. You're not going to get any better, you're not going to get any worse, and then you're going to start getting old and deteriorating.
The hardest part was figuring out like what a tattoo artist really is, like what it really means, you know, like when I first started, like I wasn't sure that I wanted to do that. I just did it for the heck of it, you know. So, I mean, what I really like had to think about is what I wanted to do, you know, like what kind of style artist I wanted to be, and like one of the things that make me realize it the most is that it's just not being a tattoo artist and doing tattoos and all that. It's a lifestyle, you know.
When I came in, Ron was already getting older, and Ron was a hard ass. He made people shovel shit, mow his yard, whatever he said, you did. If you didn't do it, fuck you, you can leave. That simple. And he doesn't care how much money you give him or nothing like that. You're gonna listen to what the hell he says. The worst thing I had to do, which, well, I won't say it's the worst thing, but it's the most despised thing I did, was called a wall party. Because when I first started tattooing, he was still smoking a tattoo shop. Which equals up to a bucket of pine saw, 2 or 3 rags, and for my little ass step ladders so I can reach the top of the walls and wipe all of the nicotine stains off the walls. That was a wall party. And that was the most horrible thing to do at the time.
It was basically just listening to, like, Paul taught me, like, if it would tell me something, like, I had to listen to that, and because I mean, it's something that you're putting permanent on somebody, so you have to take a lot of notes because there's a lot of things that go into tattooing. It's just not just being able to draw, but being able to learn the technical side of tattooing, like, and all that. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it.
Well, I guess you would say it's an interesting job. You meet new people all the time, and people always want something different. I mean, granted, you have your people that get the same damn thing 100 times, but you always have something different. You meet people that are different. It stays interesting. I mean, to me it does, but I'm one of those people, my mind's always going 90 miles a minute, and I can think of 100 different things in 2 seconds, no problem. Putting it on paper is the hard part, but I can draw on skin and make it look right, easy. But sitting there doodling on paper, I mean, just trying to get the shit out of your head, you know what I mean? Just, most people like poems and shit like that. I'd rather just get up and draw. You know, when you're a kid, and you have your family shit, everybody has their problems. That's the way I took care of mine. I would draw. And I would draw wild shit. I mean, Santa Claus killing all his elves, just crazy shit. Just because I thought it was cool. I mean, I don't know, I'm still, I guess, mentally a little kid. I just stay at that level. It's way easier to look at life from a kid's eyes. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to draw stuff. Stay creative.
One of the things that really helps, and it's not really just something that, I think it's something every artist should have, and as their tool, and it would be music, That's how I think a lot of people get their inspiration from, and I mean, I really find that useful. And other than that, it's just coming coming with new ideas like that nobody has thought of, because there's millions and millions and millions of Flash out there, and I mean, you gotta find a way to differ from others, and just the main thing is just finding your own style. And I mean, it's kind of difficult because you have a lot of artists that are coming into the industry, and it's just you have to not think about them. You have to think for yourself,
They're stuck on this one thing, and that's all they want. That's it. They don't want you to collaborate. They don't want you to make it look better. They don't want you to make it. They want it to be what you see. And for a tattoo artist, you don't want to do exactly what you see, because somebody else has got exactly what you see. You see what I'm saying? Because you have people bring in the same generic shit, the Harley Davidson, Eagle and all that, it's always exactly the same. And you can only do something the same so many times before you're just sick of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes it difficult as far as with the people being creative with them. You know what I mean? Other than that, most people are down. They're like, if you can make it look cool, do it.